Gentlemen, welcome back once again to the AGS channel's Aston Villa against Burnley. We only have 3 Premier League games to go. This one is by far the easiest. If there's ever a time for Aston Villa to put any doubt about our Champions League potential for next season, kind of has to be today, because I don't really want to go into the Liverpool game or the City game with the thought of, probably have to either win one of those or win the Europa League final against Freiburg. I'd rather have the pressure off today, win the easier game today against an already relegated Burnley. I mean, it'd be a very Villa thing to not win today. But you would expect Villa, after beating Forest 4-0, which it is at home, you'd expect Villa to go and then beat Burnley in reality. A defeat is unacceptable today. Burnley hardly ever win games. I'm just going to get my chat up. I'm live on both platforms as always if you want to help support the channel. How you doing? We've already had someone in chat say we're all West Ham. So I'm going to, after today's game, I need to do a very quick video and then immediately put on the Arsenal game. All eyes will be on that Arsenal game today. I very much doubt, and I'm going to say this now, that if there's ever like a clip from today, it will be after the Arsenal game, because I'm just not missing that. That I think the Arsenal West Ham game is the biggest game of the season, other than the Champions League and Europa League final. Like, that is it. It doesn't get bigger than this. It could help relegate Spurs. It could help Arsenal bottle the league. I need to inject it into my veins. How you doing, Nick, as well? What's good, bro? We'll go through the lineups of both teams. You may see a couple differences. We now have something on screen here for it's on the flash score, and it's an AI evaluation of what it reckons today will be, and they think it's gonna be a bit more obvious of a 2-1 win for Villa. It got our expected AI XG of like 1.7 to their 0.9. Typically, they're not expecting us to win. The fact they've conceded 2+ goals per game in the last 6 is mental. The players, we're about to be underway, so I'll quickly rattle through the squad. As you can see on screen, it's Martinez in goal. It's Maatsen coming back in along with Tyrone Mings, Konza, and Matty Cash. We got Barkley and Lindelof. I imagine it's Tielemans alongside Lindelof and not Barkley, and we'll probably have Barkley in the 10. McGinn one side, Rodgers the other. Ollie Watkins. I did expect Tammy today. I'm surprised it's not Tammy, to be honest with you lot. But yeah, it is. It is a shock. Also, now I'm only streaming in one kind of format. You don't have to see live changes anymore. It's actually proper production. And I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So, as you can see, the lineup's already scuffed a little bit. However, not anymore. Look at that! If the button does the button want to work? I think the button worked. Okay, there we go. I expected like a more pizzazz. Anyway, so while we wait for stats to be there, we'll just have that for now. So Nick says, I'm a fan of Emery's work. Not really a Villa fan, but since Emery's at Villa Park, I'm rooting for you guys. Fair enough, Nick. What I will say, I think Emery is one of the most disrespected managers, I think, of all time. I don't even think that is like outrageous to say. I think he's one of the elite in the world, and he never really gets that recognition. I mean, he's won more Europa Leagues than anyone. He went back to back at Sevilla. Won Villarreal, not only their first European trophy, their first trophy ever. The only side in 6 finals. He has got to. Obviously, Villa will be his 6th Europa League final. He's only lost one of them, which was at Arsenal. Any side that has Villa in the name, he's won it with Villarreal and Sevilla. So maybe Aston Villa can be among that list as well. It'd be pretty funny. Hey, doing okay, Bet? What's good, bro? It should be a comfy 3-0 win to Villa. Unai Emery versus the music legend. Michael Jackson. It's Mike Jackson, isn't it? Fuck. I forgot about that. We are going against Mike Jackson. Guys, if you're watching over on TikTok, feel free to double tap screen Also, the topic keeps going to like gaming, bro. I don't understand. I can't change the topic because it might not be supported in my area. So the topic is okay. Whatever. We'll see if it changes over. It just keeps going to gaming. I'm not gaming over here. Villa might be gaming. Hey, doing Real, it's the go to JS. Bro, we got to talk about your team. We got to talk about your team, my friend. What is going on? Bro, you've got too many problems going on. Rodgers' early chance of Villa, and he has dragged it wide within the first 2 minutes. Literally haven't even been commentating on the game. Rodgers found himself in space. Good pass from McGinn. Shot was poor, though. And it goes past the post. Like I said, a win today for Aston Villa is paramount, I think, for our hopes of Champions League. I don't really want to have to rely on other teams. You guys can see on screen we are viewing other games that are going on, including Forest and Newcastle, along with Crystal Palace and Everton. The game above that is the National League final for those who have paid any attention to the English pyramid. The winner of that game will be in Football League 2. Boreham Wood and Rochdale. I don't think Boreham Wood have ever been in the National League. I know they've been to a final, but I think they would be the smallest team ever to be in the Football League. Rochdale, a side who finished on 105 points, was it? So either way, it's like, you know, justice for Rochdale or the smallest team ever in English history makes it to the Football League. Either way, that's a pretty cool story. Hey, doing Akbar, Jesus, it's too early. Just wait, bro. What's your time zone? Oh, you're a Middlesbrough fan. I thought you were Real Madrid because you got Real. Fuck, sorry, man. You know what? Because you're Middlesbrough, I want your opinion on Michael Carrick. I've actually never spoken to a Middlesbrough, knowingly, never spoken to a Middlesbrough fan. Carrick has had a lot of discussion recently at Man United, and I think getting the opinion from you, being Middlesbrough, I'd love to know what you think about him and his time over at Middlesbrough. I do remember, and you know, you'll be able to give me more insight. I remember a time where Middlesbrough couldn't win a game. Like Middlesbrough, didn't they start the season? Was it 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? Like in the bottom three, and yeah, it was. I mean, there was like I think there was a recovery, but I remember for a long time, like all the questions and doubts over Michael Carrick. So yeah. Oh, it's real. Oh, the other pronunciation. Oh, I apologize, man. I shouldn't have just presumed, but I do get a lot of Real Madrid fans who've come onto my channel for some reason. I think it's because they're, you know, a huge club and they get around. Matty, it's not even Matty Cash. It's Tyrone Mings who's just lost out. But in fairness to him, actually had a bit of pace there. He was getting chased down and he gets away with that. I mean, bloody hell. Give me your score predictions. Obviously, I can't go much further than that. Otherwise, you're just basically cheesing it. So I'm going to very quickly say it will be 2-1 to Aston Villa today. Goal for Everton in that early game. I'll have a look at the goal scorer for that. We'll go through the Burnley team very quickly. So it's Weiss in goal. It's not. That's interesting. So no Dubravka. Really? Dubravka on the bench. I'm surprised with that. We got a back four of Carl Walker, former Aston Villa centre-back, and someone with my name, Axel Twanzebe. You got Esteve and Lucas Perez in their back four. Florentino and Ugachukwu in their midfield. I wonder if he regrets joining Burnley now from Chelsea. Chuana, who just caused Tyrone Mings a heart attack. Mabry and Anthony on the left-hand side with Fleming down the middle. So pretty much a mirror lineup to Aston Villa. We'll see what they can do. And they do have a free kick here. I'll watch the free kick and I'll read some of the chats. Free kick for Burnley. Good ball. No one attacked it though. Went all the way through. And Victor Lindelof decided to leave it. I will say as well, very briefly, I'm kind of annoyed that we've just dabbled about with Bogard, not realising we had Victor Lindelof here the whole time. Like, I think Lindelof has been so hard done by. Probably the most consistent player that we've... like. I'll put it this way, the most consistent fringe player we've had by a mile. And surely no one disagrees with that. Whenever Lindelof has been called upon, I don't think he's ever really put a foot wrong. I really don't understand how he's not featured more, to be quite honest. Real says, I like Carrick a lot, it's just we didn't play the best football and we got dominated a lot of games. Squad he worked with didn't help at all, but in general, it just didn't work out with him. Fair enough. And in sketch, he says 4-0. That was the scoreline between Villa and Forest in midweek as Aston Villa got to a European final. And we're a major favourite for it, so hopefully we can get a huge trophy and I will get on the piss. Don't you worry, guys. But on the attack down the right, Cash cross. He whipped that, and I feel like a better ball should have happened there, to be honest. I mean, he had options with Rodgers and Watkins in the box, and his drilled cross went towards the near post. The keeper managed to come out and claim the ball. There was an opportunity for Villa. Burnley immediately on the counter. The other end, shot spilt by Martinez. Goal Burnley. Jadon Anthony. Is that going to stand? Oh my God. Burnley take the lead. Martinez spills it. Villa are 1-0 down to Burnley. I mean, that's a poor spill from Martinez. The goal happens because Martinez spilt it. I can't believe this. The initial shot was fairly comfortable. I cannot believe he spilt that. It's 1-0 to Burnley. From one counter attack to the other. I mean, the poor cross from Cash now is even more annoying me. He's onside, so Fleming's offside, but it fell to Anthony, who is onside. It's every time we have Tyrone Mings at the back, we are shite. And he just consistently still starts these games when we need to rest players. He's absolutely shite. Oh man, I mean, to be fair, that's more Martinez than Mings, but for God's sake, man. I already have to bloody change the scoreline. 1-0 to Burnley. And Villa need to, wake up just a little bit. We got to remember, a game like this, Burnley haven't won in a very long time. And it doesn't get any easier from this. This is by far the easiest game. Villa away, though. Villa away are terrible. Just to hammer home this point about Burnley, I'm going to have a look. I think their record is like 1 win in 20 something, which is insane. I'm going to count this individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20. 1 win in 26 for Burnley. The last time they won a game was Crystal Palace on the 11th of February. The time before that was October away at Wolves. 1 win in 26. They have another cross to the back post this time. It's over here. 1 win in 26 for Burnley. 1 win in 26 for Burnley, and they lead at Turf Moor. We're already struggling with the pace of this side. Oh, what a cross. You know what? Burnley should have done better with that. That was a really good ball. Barkley jogging, yeah. It's the... Oh my God, we've lost the ball again. It's Mings who's lost it. We are at a joke. With this rotated side is so shit. They would honestly... Some of these players are not fit for the Championship. I don't even have to say names. You guys know who I'm on about. Some of these lot seriously have to hang their head in shame. Jesus wept, man. Yeah, 1 win in 26. Fucking Christ. Someone don't diss Tyrone. Bro, I've just watched Tyrone. I just watched him slip over and give the ball away in our own box. Christ, man. Real said finishing 4th in his first season, brilliant, but his last season 10th was just, yeah. I don't think he's ready for United. I'm surprised they're even entertaining the idea. Oh my God, it's now Tielemans giving the ball away. Burnley have started this on another different level here. We've just not got going. Another free kick to Burnley. I actually can't believe what's going on. We're getting absolutely outplayed by arguably the worst team in the league. Jack says, how you manage this? Lock in so you can rest your whole team versus us. Bournemouth has me quaking. No. Look, you on about you questioning pace? Look, Burnley. You can doubt Burnley's. You look. How do I put this? You can doubt Burnley's quality, but the athleticism you cannot doubt with Anthony and Chiwana on the wings. That if you go by average pace in the league, that's probably up there. And maybe it looks a bit faster because we do have Tyrone Mings at the back, so anything like more than a snail is probably going to appear a bit quick. But I know Jaden Anthony is quick for a fact. Carl Walker used to be. He's got a little bit of legs, just a little bit. Where's Rodgers? He is here. He missed a chance earlier. Why these relegated teams all turn up against us? We just shit with it. It's the rotated shite team. I don't know why. I predicted a win with this. I'm still like off the high of that Forest game, so like losing today, it actually wouldn't make me miserable, but it probably should with what Bournemouth are doing recently. I need some Liverpool lock-in against Bournemouth, to be honest, because I don't think we're going to finish above them when we got Man City on the final day. So kind of need Arnie Slot's men to lock the fuck in, if they can, for the first time in like months. Can they get their shit together? Put Watkins in my FPL when you played Fulham and you've lost every Prem game since. Oh, thank you for that. Also, that's on you. Putting Ollie Watkins in FPL is on. I love Villa. I love Ollie. I'd never have him in FPL. He just annoys me too much. I've had him before, and it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. That's the Chihuahua. It's not threatening. One is a doppelganger of United flopping, the other is a small dog. It is 1-0 to Everton, by the way, away at Crystal Palace. Everton's, I think they had Opta has them at like 20% chance to finish in Europe. That will probably increase with a win today. Oh, City play Bournemouth. Oh, I need City to lock it. I thought you lot play Bournemouth. Oh, you play Brentford. That was it. I have them. I honestly, a lot of these like championship-esque B teams are very interchangeable, even in the table right now, which is quite funny. Indeed, it's exactly what Villa do. Hot call. Look, if we lose to Burnley, Liverpool, City, and beat Freiburg to win a trophy, I honestly couldn't give a toss. Could not care less. This is like what Spurs did, but Spurs sacrificed like the entire season. Villa just have to sacrifice like 5 games. We've already sacrificed 2. Villa have it with Rodgers. Oh, Jesus, wept. Okay, Rodgers has took out a fan with a curling shot towards goal. Terrible clearance from Carl Walker. I don't know what that was. That is just typical Morgan Rodgers. It's fine. Dr. Liverpool. Dr. Liverpool when we're gonna rest players. Like we're gonna give players like holidays up until that Freiburg game. Don't you worry. I'm surprised Ollie's starting today. I'm stunned by that. Corner to Burnley. 22 of you in this live stream. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Over on TikTok, double tap screen. Cash, early cross on the right. Header away by Twanzebe. Collected by Matson. Bit of juggling. Matson's gone for it. Oh, dear. And he has hacked it wide of the post. We gave Igor Tudor and Chelsea a point at Anfield. We lost to that. I will never get over that we won, was it 5 in a row? Lost to Liverpool, won 11 in a row. That will never, in the history books, they'll be like, huh? How did that happen? Liverpool stopped that Liverpool defeat. If we beat Liverpool, it would have been a generational run of games. But Liverpool had to beat us in between it, which is just it's insane, man. I hate it here. Rest be sure Tyrone Mings will like prime Maldini against Cody Gakpo. You'll say all this, Gakpo will have the game of his life. Just like he that Gakpo against Everton will come out you know, like Han Solo getting frozen in What did he get frozen? Anyway, he'll come out just like Han Solo did in Star Wars. Don't worry, the real Gakpo's coming out at Villa Park, bro. AJ made Arnie Slot look like a competent manager when yesterday he was out coach. I kind of think that's mad, by the way, that he is the caretaker when he has no coaching license. How is that even like allowed? I'm shocked that like the FA didn't get involved with that. Like, come on, guys, be reasonable. Anyway, I've been ignoring my TikTok chat. I apologize, guys. So would you go down if it meant you won the Champions League? Probably, because like it's the Champions League, isn't it? And you get 90 million plus parachute payments in the Championship. You'd probably get instantly promoted again. So yeah, I just think that's kind of a no-brainer. But we already see the likes of Burnley go and crush the league when they go down just with parachute alone. Parachute plus 90 million of is it 90 million when you're in the Champions League? I know you get a lot of money. But you're also in the Champions League the next season as well, so you get that revenue too. Like, bro, it's yeah, no question. Celtic did win the Old Firm derby. I did see that. Dyson Maeda, absolute baller. Probably one of the most one-sided derbies that we have ever seen. A request of Rodgers back. I remember some of your fans, by the way, were laughing, saying, "Have we signed the wrong Morgan?" I remember very vividly, and that 8 million is looking pretty good now. I say that he sometimes does look like that 8 million player, but on the whole, he's been pretty solid at Villa. You bet 100 on Villa, 100 on Villa, who have just come back from a European game where we left absolutely everything out on the pitch and was shattered at the end of it. Teams that never do well after Europe, Villa and Palace being two of them, like the worst offenders of that. That's bold. United was second worst team to come to the stadium of light this season, only behind all teams Burnley. I thought Villa weren't great at Sunderland. I mean, in fairness, we were goalless in our first 4 games, but still, our showing was pretty poor. Played a 10-man side, and we just couldn't deal with the time-wasting antics. And yeah, we struggled. Vice just gives Villa a corner. I feel like he could have left. I don't think Ollie gets to that anyway. He just took a... He didn't really take a risk, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Ollie's never getting that. Zach Clip says Villa costed me a lot of money. Well, your first mistake was putting Villa... Bro, how many people have Villa in accumulator? Villa in bets, bro. Never have Villa in a bet. After Europe, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. Corner to Aston Villa. Probably Will Still situation. Oh my god. Will Still, the Rangers dog. Corner comes in. Vice has spilt it. And a foul has been given somehow. This atmosphere, by the way, feels like League 2. I know Burnley have nothing to play for, but I've gone from like deafening Villa Park atmosphere a few days ago to like dog and duck people clapping. I'm not a Villa fan, so I might be wrong, but Rodgers just looks off it compared to start of the season. I wonder if it's bad form or something else. The same thing happened last season. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like transfer rumours or whatever, but just like last year, Rodgers like fizzled out a little bit. He looked pretty good against Forest, but I don't think any player looked bad against Forest, so God knows really. But he... Similar to Watkins in like the worst way, where they're just either very good or very bad and kind of no in between. Like one minute you'll think, my God, Rodgers is like the best English talent that we've got, and the next minute you'll think, who's this guy? Did we just pick him up from the National League final and like sign the best player from that? Like it's very funny. Like. I've seen Rodgers like lose the ball 6 consecutive times in like the space of 15 minutes. I think there was one game, and I was like, "What is he doing today?" And then there'll be times where he'll pick the ball in midfield and stick it in the top corner from 35 yards. Like, he's a very interesting, bizarre player at times. The National League does have a final that's playing today. Boreham Wood, Rochdale. Playoff final. Smallest club in EFL history, Boreham Wood, could be, if they get promoted tonight. Tyrone Mings for Aston Villa. Into Rogers, dropping deep to receive the ball. As you would expect, it is 10 men behind the ball for Burnley, and they've got a lead to protect. So, yeah, I wonder how a very tired mentally and emotionally and physically Aston Villa side could deal with this frustrating Burnley defence. Watkins, heavy pass into Cash. That pass needed to be better. Villa keep it alive. McGinn into Konza, who's come forward. McGinn, that's shocking. That's a shocking ball. That is a shocking ball forward. I won't be in Istanbul. I will be at the Witten, though. Witten Arms. So, if anyone's going to be there, say hello. It is going to be absolutely rammed. I'm disappointed, by the way, that there's no screen at Villa Park. It's been announced. And that would have been the obvious one to go to. But it is what it is. I don't get it. Crystal Palace have a screen for their final. They're charging £2.50 to go watch it. Villa can't do it. We can have Kendrick Lamar and SZA do a concert there, but we can't have a screen showing our first European final in 40 years. Yeah, I did say earlier, by the way, Daiser Maeda, baller. Absolute baller. Also, I explained how the National League does have a final. It's a playoff final, and Slick Rick has vanished. I don't know where. I also answered his other question. Bro has disappeared. Yes, he says one thing and dip. It's kind of mad. 25 gone. Villa not really doing anything. It's kind of I'm a bit disappointed how flat today's been. In a way, I should give some slack because we have just come off the end of a European semi-final that will be remembered for the ages. But it's a very typical Villa performance after Europe that we've kind of become accustomed to. You just kind of think, well, maybe it's Burnley. We can have some kind of grit. And can we finally please get rid of Tyrone Mings at the end of the season? For the love of God, it's like a dog that's like 18 years old on its last legs, and you just keep keeping it alive. You keep paying the vet bill. It's like, please put him out his misery, man. Put him out his misery. I don't understand what we're doing here. Is McGinn. Passing in the final third has been absolutely dismal. The worst thing, by the way, about live streaming is if I ever want to drink anything, I have to put it in a cup. I've had TikToks get taken down, and I've had a warning about having alcohol. I'm 26 years old. You shouldn't be going on health advice of me. Drink responsibly. There you go. Don't be a donut. It's mad because YouTube don't have the. It's not the same on YouTube. But yeah, TikTok is a funny place at times. It's possession, by the way, has been all Villa in the last 10 minutes. I don't think Burnley have hardly touched the ball. In fact, the only time Burnley get the ball is when we'll put it out for a goal kick because our passing is shocking. McGinn again with a poor pass. Yeah, come Burnley on the break. That's what I'm worried about. It's the counter-attack break for Burnley that is going to hurt us today. They work it all the way back to halfway. I'm surprised they went backwards there. They had options in the box. Carl Walker. Down the right. Oh, the goal scorer for Everton, by the way, I didn't even say it. It was an early goal from Tarkovsky in the 6th minute. Oh my God, should be 2. Oh, Fleming's missed a big chance. That actually should be 2-0 to Burnley. What is going on? I mean, wow. Chuana plays an unbelievable ball. Maatsen gets ripped to pieces. Bear in mind, Maatsen got to a Champions League final with Dortmund, getting done in by a player who'll be playing in the Championship next season. The slip from Konza there is. It wasn't even Konza's slip actually. It's Mings. And then Hannibal with a foul in midfield. Villa get a free kick. Villa got to wake up. Seriously have to wake up because this is shocking. Fleming actually should have scored. I know it was Konza. It actually was Konza's slip. I thought it was Mings. Where's Mings then? Mings isn't even in the picture. Where is Tyrone Mings? I see Lindelof. I see Konza. It was Maatsen who allowed the cross in the first. Where is Tyrone? But if that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Konza into Mings. We miss already. The passing of Torres, I just think is such a key part of the way we play. Tielemans. I dread to look at the table. I dread to look at it. Another long ball forward. Cleared by Twanzebe. We struggled with Twanzebe when he was at Ipswich last season. Oh, what a tackle that is, Kyle Walker. Rolling back the ears. And he keeps it in play. Brilliant slide tackle on Maatsen. Got up, raced, got the ball before it reached the touchline, and now Tyrone Mings has rugby tackled Hannibal. He can't defend, and then he ruins the attack with a stupid challenge. Gotta read what Villa fans are saying, because Christ. Yeah, Benjamin, we should be 2-0. We should be 2-0 down. This is dire. Absolutely dire. Half an hour gone. 1-0 Burnley. Lindelof flicks it away, only as far as Twanzebe. Helped on by Anthony. Early cross deflected towards the reach of Martinez. He managed to gather the ball. Villa fan, Martinez, only keeper who can be prime Courtois one day and out of the prime Olsen. Oh, man. Typical Villa, put in a performance on Thursday and then let this happen. Mental. Barkley, Maatsen, Mings, a load of shite. Got ourselves to blame. Do you want to secure Champions League or not, lads? This isn't the way to go about it. Knew this would happen. Dear me. Yeah, a Villa away. This is why I'm worried about the final, by the way, because Villa's away record in general is absolutely shite. We haven't won away in the league since January. And like I said before, every time we play after Europe, we usually struggle. And it's happened a bloody again. Oh my God, it's bubbling over. I've spilt beer on my table. Things are going really well. I cannot pour a pint for my life. God's sake, I have to go. I'm going to go at half time, get some paper towels. Things are going really well today. Free kick to Villa, though. Maybe the fortunes can change. Good ball towards Mings, but well defended. Oh my God, I saw the vision. Mings actually anticipated the cross. But it was good individual defending for Burnley. Tielemans' quick throw gets a 1-2. Cuts back inside, gets a right-footed cross in. It's going to go to the back post. Collected. Pulled it back. Oh, it's wide. Oh, was that Ross Barkley? It was Barkley. For fuck's sake, man. Oh, what a unbelievable layoff there from McGinn. He just waited. Perfectly timed. Shite finishing from Ross Barkley. It's the same offenders every time, man. Every time it's the same offenders. Please get them away from this club next season. Please. Please, man. Yeah, I know, Mark. I know. Jesus Christ. Bro, it's full of foam. It's on my desk. It's gone horribly wrong. Just like Villa's away record. Jesus wept, man. Palace have equalised at Selhurst Park. Palace have already shown more fight than Villa have. My neighbour's dog is excited about Aston Villa, seemingly. McGinn is surely fouled. Free kick to Aston Villa. Ogachuk, we're not too happy with that, but I don't really understand what kind of complaint he could possibly have. Double tap screen, guys. If you are enjoying, well, I shouldn't really say that. If you're enjoying the game, if you are miserable about Aston Villa, double tap screen. How about that? Cash cross deflected. Villa do have a corner. Nick said less intense version of Villa. Yeah, this is like wind down Villa, unfortunately. Which is why I'm not looking forward to Liverpool. City, I don't care. If we beat Freiburg, a lot of this, again, kind of hinges on Europa League, right? If we beat Freiburg, I couldn't give a toss about these games, honestly, because they don't mean anything. City, it will be a very drunk Villa if we win that game. I mean, what is that for a cross? Oh, what we look drunk now. Are you guys seeing some of the passes and crosses? Tielemans, that's a good save though. A good shot from Tielemans, tipped over on Vice. You guys are seeing some of these passes though, right? I mean, the corner, people will get mad not beating the first man. It's like a foot off the ground not beating the first man. Like, what are we doing here? I think the shot's going over from Tielemans anyway, but Vice had to make sure. I'm telling you now, mate, if we go and win the Europa League, it could be like a record defeat to Man City, especially if goal difference is going to be important. We could get absolutely tonked. We got beat 5-0 by Palace when we got qualification into the Champions League. Oh, another rasping shot from the edge of the box. That did deflect wide from McGinn. It will be another Villa corner. We've had one long shot from Tielemans tipped over, and now another long shot deflected wide. Oh, he caught that sweetly as well. It's a really good, important block from Hannibal. That probably was travelling towards the goal. It's a very important challenge. Corner from Villa, though. Cash floats it. Oh, poor connection. That's not Barkley again. Oh, my God, Ross! Ross Barkley again. Oh! Oh! He's killing me. He's killing me out here. Yeah, his mailer scored for Palace, by the way. Bro's a goal machine. Absolute goal machine. Right, do I agree with some of the ratings on screen? Mings, definitely. McGinn has a very nice rating. I think Barkley has to be way lower. Barkley has been shite. Like, where's the lost points for missing easy chances, man? Watkins has been invisible. That's why I just play Tammy. Man, I think Tammy would feast against a team like Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley, but it is the most, like, you know, forgettable league campaign I think any team's ever have. Like, you're not even that shit to be remembered. Like, Wolves will be remembered for a team that was on 2 points up until December, you know? If you can't even be shit, what's the point? You're just boring. You're like Leicester, you know, you're just boring. You're shit, but not like super shit. Where it's like, I mean, Leicester, suppose it's a bit different because they were like fighting for Europe previously. Okay, you're more like Southampton. Oh no, but they were kind of. I'm kind of okay. Ipswich then, because Southampton nearly broke the point record, so they kind of did get attention. I think Ipswich were like the team of the three that people cared the least about. Because it was like we kind of expected them to go down anyway, but like they weren't the worst of the three. There you go. Oh, lovely cushion pass. McGinn cushions it into Tielemans. His shot takes a double deflection, falls to Rodgers. Goal! Come on! Aston Villa equalise. It's Ollie Watkins. I mean, I don't know how we've got the ball there. It's a bit lucky. It takes a double deflection, finds its way, I think, to Rodgers, was it? Who puts a shot / cross, potentially. A cross goal. Watkins there to tap it in. If that's a cross, he has fizzed that towards Ollie. Aston Villa have equalised at Turf Moor. I'm just seeing the replay again. Tielemans. Yeah, the ricochet is unlucky. Oh, he's offside. It's not going to count. It's not going to count. He's offside. Are they not going to say he's offside, guys? Oh, wait, no, is he on? No, he must be off. That angle, he looked well off. Am I bugging? He's offside, surely. That initial angle, he looked well offside. I'll see this again. I need to pause. Oh, he might actually be on. It's the diagonal angle we get is shite. Oh, it is going to be disallowed. No goal. It did look offside initially. It's just the diagonal angle is nicer. Goal chalked off. No Ollie Watkins goal. It's close, but no cigar for Villa. Yeah, his foot is offside. Ollie complained about something he's seen on the screen there. I think it was Arsene Wenger's idea that offside should only be if it's your foot offside but you score with your head, the goal should stand. And I do think that's probably the best way about football. It makes it a bit more complicated, I suppose, but there are situations like that. Watkins' foot's offside, but it's his head. His head is onside, and his head he scores with. Oh, that's nice from Rodgers. Into Barkley. Good save, Weiss. This is better from Villa. Blistering shot from the former England international, Chelsea, Everton man. But yeah, it's a good save. You know what? I'm not even gonna chat shit. That's actually a good save from Weiss and a good shot from Barkley. Corner to Villa. It's been much better from Villa the last 10 minutes, but still with 10 shots to their 5. Villa still 1-0 down. Corner comes in. Flicked on! Yeah! That's better! 1-1! Ross Barkley this time scores. Flicked in at the near post, and Villa will not be denied for too long. Aston Villa get the equaliser at Turf Moor. And Ross Barkley, who I've been giving some valid criticism to, has suddenly woken up. It was his shot that forced the corner in the first place, and Villa's corner was taken to the near post. Barkley flicked it in. Villa are level before half-time at Turf Moor. Really important goal. And that's one thing Barkley is good for. It's not the first time he scored from a corner for Aston Villa. I think it was Crystal Palace at home. that he got a goal against in a 2-2. Yeah, it was. It was a 2-2 draw at home to Palace. Barkley got a flick on header goal there. He's shown in the past he can be dangerous from these kind of situations. Barkley makes it 1-1. Barkley in terms of against relegation teams. Who was it? Who was it that he's? I think he has scored another Premier League goal this season. I can't think who it was against. Was it? It wasn't Leeds, was it? Was it Leeds? I should know this really, but I can't remember. We are underway again. Burnley 1, Aston Villa 1. Ross Barkley's goal gets Villa back on level terms, deservedly so. I mean, look, we started the game poorly, but we've grown into this now, and I think sometimes you just can be a little bit leggy from the European game. And Burnley have only one win in their last 26, maybe letting another result slip away. Villa, as things stand, will move 4 points clear of Bournemouth with those 2 games to go. Bournemouth having to, well, I'll put it this way, with a draw here, it means Bournemouth will have to win a result against Manchester City in order to go on level points with Villa and hope Villa lose both of their games. That would put them above us on goal difference if that was the case. But with who did Bournemouth play other than City? I know they play City. Who else do they play? Nottingham Forest, who probably will be on the beach. So yeah, they need a point against Manchester City. So hopefully City can help us out. I mean, they should win that really if they're fighting for a league title. You would imagine Bournemouth could. I could only foreseeably see them getting 58 points, which I think they'll beat Forest in fairness. Hannibal's shots deflected off Maatsen. Unorthodox clearance of the knee there from the Ross Barkley. Burnley do get it back. Cross on the right deflects off Tielemans, and it will be a corner to the Clarets. Yeah, I can only see Bournemouth getting 58. I don't see them getting anything at City. They have only lost 7 games all season, so maybe a point isn't absurd, but surely it's City. End of season, Man City is the worst time to play them. So yeah, I can see 58, no more than 59. A win, I think a win today secures it. It also puts Liverpool below us. The fact Liverpool could once again survive another bad result and still stay above Villa is hilarious. Corner to Burnley. Flicked away by Maatsen. Volleyed terribly towards goal. We have played over 45. McGinn hooks it long. That's a good pass into Ollie. Ollie, in fairness, though, is being trapped by Walker, and Walker will beat Ollie for pace. But play it back to his keeper, Vice. And Burnley survived the counter-attack scare. Equally as well, a win for West Ham today would put them 2 points above Spurs. Spurs will have to play that one game in hand. A point for West Ham would not be enough to take them out of the bottom 3. Spurs would then, I mean, they've got easy-ish games in fairness with Leeds. I mean, you know what? I take back what I say there actually. Chelsea, I think, is an easy game for now, but Leeds, I don't think is. And Everton, fighting for Europe, probably won't be either. So I just think I don't see them not beating Chelsea. Chelsea is so wank right now. Spurs fighting for their lives. How do they not go and beat Chelsea? History will say they've only beaten Chelsea once at Stamford Bridge in Premier League history, but this is a Chelsea side without a proper manager, a manager that doesn't even have a coaching license. Free kick to Villa. Mings has gone down. And it's a missed time header. Bournemouth only beaten Man City once in the history, a 2-1 win in October 24, and it was at home. Who do you prefer at Sunderland and Newcastle? Probably because a lot of Newcastle fans, I don't care about Newcastle personally, but a lot of Newcastle fans hate Villa, so I'd be more inclined to say Sunderland. Personally. I don't really get it. I don't. It's because Villa have sent Newcastle down twice. That there's like some kind of like still lingering hatred of Villa. It's also partially the reason why Coventry hate Villa. is because the last time Coventry were in the Premier League, Villa also relegated them. So these teams just hold some kind of like hate in their heart towards Villa. We sent them down when they had Shearer in charge. And then the worst Villa side in Premier League history, Newcastle couldn't beat home or away. And they had to beat Villa, and we drew. And we drew with them. And we sent them down again with us. At that time, it was with us, but that was twice that we've relegated Newcastle United, and I think that is the reason why they don't like us. So I would say because of fan interaction, it would be Sunderland. Also, Sunderland, I think, have won 6 league titles. I mean, you could argue and say they're a bigger club. I think there's a debate for it. Maatsen. Oh! Keeper nowhere to be seen. It was cleared off the line brilliantly. Another clearance from the same player. I mean, that's fantastic defending. It was Lucas Pires, the keeper in no man's land, when Pires made the first headed clearance and then made a block clearance. That is half time. It is Burnley 1, Aston Villa 1. Burnley took the lead early on with Jadon Anthony following Martinez spilling of a shot. Villa then had the ball in the net with Ollie Watkins, which was ruled out for offside, before Ross Barkley only moments later flicked a header in at the near post from a corner. Burnley 1, Villa 1. It's okay. I think Villa have been the better side, but you can't really start games poorly. Even against the worst of the worst in the league, they will still punish you. And we just started the game asleep. We got into this game slowly, but yeah, we're fine. 15. It was. No, Sob on the Tyne was 2008. Villa reignited Sob on the Tyne in 2016 because we knew that we'd relegated them before. So it kind of like reignited it again. But Sob on the Tyne was Alan Shearer in 2008. So yeah, they just hate us. Also, the fact that we relegated them with their probably one of the most famous players ever. Oh, I can't even say in my lifetime because, like, you know, I was born in 2000. He played for Newcastle prior to that. So, yeah, he won the league 5 years prior to that with Blackburn Rovers. I still can't believe it's funny to say Blackburn Rovers have won a Premier League title. It's still funny to say that. For those who aren't Villa, a little bit of Villa knowledge, I should say. In the very first Premier League season, Villa were top of it and bottled and finished second. We very nearly won the very first ever Premier League. I don't think we've really been in a title race ever since. We did win the League Cups in 1994 and 96, which rounded out a fairly successful 20-year period where we won the league in 81, Champions League in 82. But probably should have secured that league title in the first Premier League season. Didn't. Ferguson capitalised. He also capitalised on Newcastle's bottle when they were top of the league and they should have won it. But that's what Fergie was very good at. Grounding out results towards the end where other teams started to falter. Which is why I think if Fergie was still around now, I don't think he'd let Arsenal win the... No matter who he's kind of in charge of, who is in charge of a bigger side, I don't think he would let a team like Arsenal win it because Arteta's just not... He's not shown the bottle, you know? He's just not shown that bottle. He finished 10th the season after he finished... Oh, no, we did. We did. It was terrible. Yeah. I mean, the problem is as well with... we had... When did Randy Lerner become owner? When we had Lerner, and before that it was I should know because we have a stand named after him. My brain's gone. I can't think of his bloody name. But essentially Villa ownership hasn't been fantastic. Doug Ellis. So Doug Ellis owned Villa and made some very poor decisions. And kind of cost our success, I think, in the nicest way. A good guy. Watched Villa a lot in his older years, even after he sold the club, but yeah. Very questionable stuff happened at Aston Villa, I think, with Doug Ellis. And the fact he sold it's Randy Lerner, one of the worst owners of history. So he owned Aston Villa from 68 to 75, and then from 82 to 2006. And I just think the decision making from the club in the 90s was very strange. Anyway, half time. It is Burnley 1, Aston Villa 1. Mark says West Ham, the whole country supporting them. They do indeed, mate. They do indeed. Guys, double tap screen if you're ever watching on TikTok. I got 26 of you in the YouTube live. I appreciate your support, guys. Yeah. Overall thoughts: started slow, got better on in the game. I think if the game continues as it is, which doesn't often happen, unfortunately, in football, you'll never get the same kind of flow of a game. Halftime always kind of cuts it down, and you kind of have to go again, reignite the fire again. If that wasn't the case, I think Villa do go on and win this. It depends how slowly we start second half again, but we got better as the game progressed. I think literally you could take the graph from minute 1 to minute 45, and we slowly got better as the game went on. So I'm fairly confident for the second half. Burnley just have very little quality, especially at the back. I mean, Weiss, he makes a good save, but then he's had moments that are kind of dodgy. He tips over a shot from Tielemans, which is just going over the bar. He's then caught in no man's land and needs his defender to bail him out. Don't think he can do too much about the goal that Villa scored, and the shot that forced the corner was a decent save in fairness, but and I'm criticising a keeper when I've seen my keeper spill the ball in front of Jadon Anthony, so I suppose I have to hold my tongue a little bit. But my keeper's a World Cup winning goalkeeper. And this is something he can do. That is just the Emi Martinez to a T there. He can have some world-class moments. That Chris Wood save 1-on-1, which was a very pivotal point in that semi-final. This Fleming shot, by the way, is absolutely horrendous. That Fleming shot is awful. That could have been 2-0 and probably a game over if he buries that for Burnley, but he didn't. And yeah, the Villa offside is harsh, but I did notice it was offside. No one actually claimed for it to be offside, which I thought was funny. VAR chalked it off. I mean, it's what VAR is supposed to do, I suppose, so I can't complain. But in fairness, Villa didn't really let it affect us. Immediately on the front foot again. Good bit of dribbling from Rodgers into Barkley. His shot was very well saved from Weiss. But then they just let him sneak forward from a corner at the near post. Little cheeky flick header. Very FIFA-esque flick header. Yeah, we should probably go and win this second half. I agree. We should. But that's not always how football pans out. But you would imagine with how this game has gone. I mean, I will say, actually, the marking from the corner there is absolutely diabolical. You have a man who was supposed to be the shield at the near post, just get nowhere near the ball and allow Barkley behind him to have a free header. It's a very interesting way to defend. It's like a form of zonal marking, but I think that is strange. Give me your thoughts, sir. Like I said, my score prediction is it's ongoing. I said 2-1. We're on our way. You loved the clip of Emmy climbing the goalpost, Mark. It was funny. I did think, if he catches his foot as he falls, I hope he doesn't do himself, because it's stupid to think of stuff like that. But say he broke his ankle, we do have Bizot for a cup final, and you never know. I want to wrap some of these players and cut them all sometimes. Yeah. Mings and Matson, hideous twins. Jesus, man. See what their fans think. I mean, surely they don't give a toss because they're already down anyway, but I do wonder. Bro, it's a ghost town. Normality resumed. Florentino surely cannot be a professional footballer. That's their only comment. Bro, it's actual ghost. Burnley social media is actual ghost town. It's kind of mad. Like any other team, you get like 50 plus comments to read minimum, and it's just full of like bots and maybe 2 fans. That's kind of sad. If I'm Unai Emery, I'm telling your players to do what they've done. I mean, I would say you have to have the right intensity. That'd be something I would genuinely complain about. You got to have intensity, and we just had none basically for that first half. Up until the first maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we started to have a go again. After we 1-0 down, I think actually I'll pinpoint the exact moment. The Fleming shot, that actual Fleming shot, night and day between the performance from Villa. It's almost like Fleming missing a sitter completely woke us up. There's no other way to explain it other than that. Like that missed shot was like, oh shit, actually we should be losing this now. All right. Tie ... It might be time, big man. Oh dear. Oh dear. Get Digne on immediately. Trying to all over Matson, really struggling. I mean, Ian Matson. It has been. I mean, that's something we can discuss there. Ian Matson. It's been a very disappointing year for Matson. I think a lot of people question, why is Digne playing so often? Because Digne, I don't think has been all that great recently. I mean, I think we're seeing it more and more. Like Matson, from Borussia Dortmund starting left back, played in a Champions League final. Dortmund should have won that final as well. To second best left back for Villa, getting ripped apart by a Championship standard winger. Like, how the mighty have fallen. I mean, maybe you could say his match fitness has been a bit off, and he's just struggled in some of those games because of that, because he's just not playing very often. But he really has not helped himself. Someone needs to look at Villa player studs. Never seen a team slip. I mean, the slipping midweek was horrendous. It's not been as bad today, but yeah. Kind of mad. Bruh, the Witten Arms is charging £22 apparently to go watch Villa. That is mental. I'm still going. I still think it's a joke, but Christ, that is mad. I may rethink that. £22. Me and my mate, £44 between us to get in. Yeah, I may rethink that. that is kind of crazy. That's just kind of extortion. Trying to think, what changes can we make at half time here to have any kind of. Surely we're not going to be level in this game, needing to chase a win for too long. I don't even want to sound arrogant, but like, surely, right? Tammy, I think we should have started anyway. Bailey, please don't bring Bogard on. Buendia, you might as well get the rest. It's Douglas Sweet. Louise didn't start last week. No, it doesn't start today. Louise didn't even start in the Spurs lot. I don't really get why Louise has been frozen out. That makes no sense to me. Sancho could be an option. I just don't want Bogard. But Bogard, I should do a whole video on this, to be honest. Tyrone Mings definitely is one. Leon Bailey, Lamar Bogard, arguably Ian Matson. All probably shouldn't be in next season. You want to like be optimistic for some of these players. You want to support a lot of these players, but Jesus, man. I've not been impressed with Buendia for a lot of the season, but as we can see on Thursday, and we saw against Arsenal, you can just have these moments of quality. But yeah, if you had to say I can only sell one player, it would be Bogard. Bogard is so bad. I used to think Bogard was a tidy player, someone who never should really ever start if everything is perfect, but someone you can bring on last 10. Bro, after watching Bogard start games, Jesus man, horrendous football. Compared to the likes of like Onana, Kamara, even Lindelof playing out of position in defensive midfield, like absolutely dusty ball. Him and Mings. Mings has to be second to go. There's just no like. I love Ty, but it's like it's kind of mad. People getting priced out of the game now. That bro, £22 to go to the Villa pub basically, in front of like hundreds of Villa fans, if not a little bit more, to watch a game. It's on a big screen, but to watch the Villa game, £22 a person is, I think, a piss take. I didn't actually get my ticket yet, and I probably should have looked into that first because I've paid on the day many times. I can't believe it's £22, bro. Well, granted, it's never been for like a huge game, but bloody hell. How you doing, Matt? What's good? How are you doing, my friend? Just seeing Dan Bardell say, "Be nice if Martinez, Mings, and Matson woke up." Dear Lord. Very slow first 20 minutes. Probably should have been 2-0 down. Fleming misses a sitter for them. And that kind of wakes Villa up into performing. As then Watkins put the ball in the net offside by like half a foot. Then Barkley flicks the ball in from a corner just before half time, 1-1. Like I said, started slow, grew into the game more. And the perfect analogy I said earlier was if you look at the game from minute 1 to minute 45 as a graph, it would just be kind of like a line up. We were getting better as the game was going on. But the first 15 minutes of this game was a joke. Like I said, some of these players, some of the fringe players, I don't even have to say names typically, but they know who they are. You know who I'm on about. They shouldn't be here next year. And it's always the same offenders. It is 2-1 Everton. Crystal Palace, a bit like Villa, their European hangover. Martinez, nice little shift of the ball from his right to his left foot. Mings now. Jesus, man. I mean, we get away. I mean, we didn't get away with it because it's a throw into Burnley. But Mings and Matson down this left-hand side. Holy shit, man. Mings sells Matson with a terrible pass, and then Matson gets his feet caught against the Burnley defender, and the throw-in is given. These are some severely dusty ballers today. I feel bad for Matson because Mings is just so bad that I suppose he just makes you look worse being next to him. But, Christ. Hey, Coventry want Barkley, could be a bit of money. Mings is starting because we're rotating. But Mings should never play for Villa again. I sound really harsh because Ty kind of is like, Ty is like a Villa hero in a way because he got us promoted. One of the loan players we then signed helps us keep us in the Premier League. But my God, like time has not been good to Ty. Some players like McGinn age like wine and progress their ability along with the club. So like McGinn. His level was Villa's level when he first came in. And as Villa have become a team fighting for Europe and Champions League every season, McGinn has grew with that. Mings has not. Tyrone Mings has not. I think he has hit his peak a long time ago, if I'm going to be honest. Free kick to Villa has been given. I thought it was a bit harsh on Twan Zebby. I think it was half of one, a dozen of the other. Free kick to Villa. Back post. Konza heads it up into the air. Oh, that's nice. Perez absolutely sending. Was it Tielemans to the shops? McGinn now with a foul on Hannibal and a card for Tyrone Mings. Maybe that will help get Mings off the pitch. Yeah, that's kind of silly from Ty. Very silly from Ty. The playoff final has started in the National League between Bournemouth and Rochdale. Villa fans don't care about Coventry. We have never made a chant about Coventry, at least not in my lifetime. I've never really given them much thought. I know they hate Villa for some reason. Do we throw at the back? Do we start? We still have Garcia. Garcia's just a ghost. He's not featured on the bench though, which is weird. But I know we still have Garcia, unless he has died. He's not listed as an injury though, which is weird. But he's not. He's also not on the bench. But I know we have him. He's registered. He's in the squad. I was thinking about Villa because Villa are the most successful team in the Midlands, and by close proximity, and the fact that Villa relegated Coventry, they don't like Villa. But Villa, it's very much like they hate us. We hardly know they exist. Kind of dynamic, and I think the Cov fans hate that. To be honest. I have no animosity towards Coventry at all. That's surely a foul on McGinn, by the way. He's someone on his back like a backpack. Referee does play advantage to Villa. Tielemans into Tyrone Mings. That's a better ball into Maatsen. Down the left, his cross is deflected and cleared into Rosehead. Maatsen should have done more with that. That's the first ball forward Mings has played probably all season that I've enjoyed. Tielemans rolling it back to Ezri Konza, pressing now from Burnley with Fleming and Anthony. McGinn's not really on the wavelength of the other players. Twan Zebi decides to ignore his goalkeeper. It's not even Twan Zebi, sorry, it's Florentino. What is Florentino doing there? Florentino, their holding midfielder, playing centre-back, ignoring the keeper. The keeper could have collected the ball or cleared the ball. Decides to ignore his keeper coming at his feet. Decides to run the ball out of play for a Villa throw-in. Very strange decision-making. Cross from Cash. Cleared away as far as Mings with a sliced lob forward. Then he wins the ball back, in fairness, with a header. He's being very chalk and cheese right now, Mings. One good thing, one bad thing. One good thing, one bad thing. Cash now. 50 minutes gone. Still 1-1. In fairness to Villa, kind of kicking off the first half with the second half with the same end of the first half, like the same kind of vibe and tempo. Martinez going diagonal, looking for Maatsen. Oh my life! Maatsen! What are you doing, man? He's so shit today. He's just gone through his legs. It's a pass from Martinez that's landed at the feet of Maatsen. It's gone through his legs, man. Oh, thank you, Matt. I tried something different. That's better from Barkley. Into Watkins. Oh, my Christ. It's overhit from Watkins. I mean, that's a cross, I think. He might as well have a shot. If his crosses are like that, he might as well just have a shot. Yeah, he tries to clip it to the far post for Morgan Rogers, but he's badly overhit that. Brian Little is at the game today, which is interesting. Sky Sports are showing you he's the manager when Villa won our 96 League Cup against Leeds United. Our last bit of silverware. Sad to say. Oh, you know what? Good pass and Vice, but poor collection from Anthony. That's a really nice ping pass. Deserve more. I'm not streaming the Arsenal. I don't think there's much demand for that, to be honest. But I will enjoy it with a pint, don't you worry. Maatsen does well. And Maatsen in the box of Villa. Heavy. I'm sorry. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. What is he doing on the ball? I've watched this man, in the space of 3 minutes, get nutmegged by his own keeper from the halfway line, run the ball out of play, and slice across. Get him off. Get him off the field. He is absolutely dog shit. There's no way this man played for Dortmund. We have been swindled. We have been absolutely... We paid £35 million, and here come Burnley on the break. Oh, Fleming's missed another. Bro, Fleming... I would not want to be a Burnley fan. Jesus Christ. They've put 2 balls on a plate for Fleming. He's missed both. Maatsen looks like you took an Olympic runner, right, who's never kicked a ball in his life, and said, you know what, mate? You can play left back for Aston Villa. How mad is that? That's basically what Maatsen looks like. But he trips over his own feet. There was another part in the game earlier where Mings played him a pass and he tripped over his own feet and lost the ball. He's painfully bad, Ian Maatsen is. All season. And you know what? There's been a part where I've wanted Maatsen to play over Digne. Where every week it's like, why is Digne playing? This is why Digne's been playing. That's another bad pass from Watkins this time. The Maatsen gene is growing. It's spreading like a virus. Anthony for Burnley. Hannibal now on the right-hand side. Cross. Mings with the header this time. That's one thing he can consistently do. Win important headers. Although he didn't against Richarlison in the Spurs game. But we will forget about that. We do, Mark. Because there's no way... I started to think it, man. Because this is not just a one-off bad Maatsen game. He's been wank all season. He's been terrible all season. I want Digne on now. Villa go route 1. Finding Watkins from 1-on-1. Yeah! Route 1 Martinez, I think, has got an assist for Ollie Watkins. For all the nice football that we play, Aston Villa scored the most EFL Brexit goal you've ever seen. Martinez thumps it down the middle, finds Watkins inside the Burnley box, who rolls it into the back of the net. Emi Martinez has an assist for Aston Villa. We've come from 1-0 down to take the lead at Turf Moor. I mean, that is crazy. I've got to see his pass again. What a ping from Martinez. From one box to the other. One touch finish. One touch finish from Ollie Watkins. In between the two centre... He gets lucky there. It hits... He doesn't know it. It hits his shoulder and it bounced... Honestly, you couldn't write this. The pass from Martinez is perfect because it clips the shoulder of Watkins and it cushions it forward to him. He's not even... He's looking at Twanzebe. As he's looking, it clips his shoulder, goes forward into it's like a perfectly weighted touch off his shoulder. There's no way he has meant that. He's not even looking. It's perfectly bounced off his shoulder, rolled forward, and allows him to slot the ball into the net. That is actually hilarious timing. It looked like the perfect... It kind of was a very nice pass forward, but Jesus, wet man. I mean, it's pretty funny. It just about clips his shoulder, cushions it forward. Villa take a 2-1 lead. Easy as that. All because of Fleming missing 2 sitters for Burnley. We should not be winning this game. We actually have scammed this. Another long ball, nearly finding Watkins again there. Watkins has terrorised their back line with his runs forward. And not often I've said those words this season. But yeah, Magic Man Watkins, I mean, on his day, he's up there in this league. It's just he needs to have his day more. And look, we've had the rub of the green today. I mean, The offside flag stops us getting a lucky goal with a double deflection as Maatsen plays a cross which deflected back off him onto someone else. Should be a goal. Burnley, it is. Burnley instantly respond. Fleming this time has scored. I mean, how many chances? I mean, bro, this guy is shamelessly celebrating after missing 2 sitters. Burnley have equalised at Turf Moor. Oh my god, what a game. What a game. What a game. Martinez rooted to the spot. Burnley 2, Villa 2. And what, maybe a minute after Villa scored, Burnley got Cash losing the ball. Villa wanting a foul, doesn't come. We're exposed. It's a lovely flick from Hannibal, in fairness. That little flick with his heel there from Hannibal into the path of Fleming. It's poor marking from Villa, but it's a nice Burnley goal. It's arguably a foul on Cash. I think Cash is fouled. Are they gonna look at that VAR? I'm gonna put my headphone in. Nope, there's just gonna stand. I think Cash is flawed there. But it's Villa 2, Burnley 2. Half an hour to go. As much as I said Villa didn't deserve to take the lead, it was true. But if you're in that situation, you gotta hold on. I mean, Christ, man. To not even concede like a minute. It's like a minute later we go and concede a goal. A bit of a collision there with Ezri Konza and Ogachukwu. Ogachukwu gets talking to, and a card is shown. Hello, Paul. Bro says, holy ass. I know you're talking about Manchester United, bro. Under Michael Carrick for the Sunderland game, which you were peppered in. You know, one of our teams is in a European final. I don't know who's though. You're going to have to tell me. There. Hello, Dean. Of course, Dean is here. He's waiting. He was waiting for the equalizer. Dean, bro, I don't want you. This has to be rage bait. We have won 4-0 midweek. Where were you, by the way? You vanished again. It might get to a point where you get muted because, like, you were ridiculous. Chatted shit. In a game that was 0-0, as soon as Villa thumped Forest, you disappeared. Rather than celebrate with the other Villa fans, and we had a lot in here for Thursday, you just vanished and have come back again after Villa have equalised. Burnley have equalised against Villa half an hour to play. Like, what's the point, bro? I don't understand. This is like beyond negative now. There's absolutely no need. We're in a European final. I didn't think we could beat Forest, right? I admit I was wrong. That performance from Villa was best of the season. I had only went by what I'd seen against Spurs. And you know what? I was painfully wrong. We battered Forest and deserved to win that game. I'm glad to be wrong. If there's ever a time to be wrong about your team being shit. Because we absolutely panned Forest. But you weren't here for that. You're here now. You said you can't watch the game. You're literally here right now. There's a game being played. You were in the Forest game when it was 0-0. So you just pick and choose, bro. You just pick and choose. Is my mum Katie Price? How do I even respond to that? Do you think she's fit? Maybe behind all the plastic surgery she might be. Is it because Dwight York played for Aston Villa? I don't really see the connection here. Some people forget that, by the way, that it's Katie Price and Dwight York had that kid together. People just, forget that for some reason. It's 2-2. The score is on screen, but it's 2-2. Villa have fell behind, equalised, took the lead, and been pegged back by Burnley. Oh. There we go. I mean, I don't quite have the skin complexion, Aiden. I know maybe you don't quite understand how race works. You'll figure it out. You know, once you get to key stage 2, do your sats. Eventually, you might get one GCSE in your life. You'll figure stuff out like that. You know. God, I didn't even make that connection. That's insane, Mark. I thought it was because Dwight York playing for Villa. There was going to be some kind of like Dwight York diss in there because, I mean, he probably isn't even like old enough to know who Dwight York is, to be honest. We do Sunderland on purpose to make Bro not be able to cut his hair till next. And bro, that man is drowning in hair. We're gonna see a headline one day that he is choked in his sleep on his own hair follicles, man. He's gonna drown. Can you imagine, like in the summer, how hot his head will be? I feel the difference when I have a haircut. Never mind when he's gonna have one. Jesus Christ. McGinn, that's better. Watkins. Barkley! Oh, what a challenge. What a challenge. Is that Esteve? Yeah, what a challenge. What a tackle. Oh, that tackle is so good, by the way. He flicks it onto Barkley's boot. Are they giving a corner? That should have been a goal kick. It literally hit Barkley's foot last. Esteve doesn't even know about it probably, but it literally hit Barkley's boot last. Rapunzel, let down your head. AJ, would I buy Sancho? Probably not. If I'm going to be honest. Probably not. I don't think Sancho's a bad player, but I don't think he's ever going to play for like a big side. I genuinely think Villa could be the last big team he properly plays for. And in the nicest way to Jadon Sancho. He'll play Premier League, but Sancho screams Crystal Palace to me. Like, it's just how I think it is, unfortunately. Tielemans catches one, but wide of the post it goes. All right, I'm starting to get worried now. We're in the 65th minute. What mid-table? You should know all about mid-table. You've experienced nothing but mid-table in recent years. Oh, man. No Europe at all. Out of every competition in the first round, and you still can't have a title race. Even now, you've barely scraped Champions League. In fact, I think United, Villa, Liverpool, and especially Chelsea have all been painfully shit, but have got away with it because we've all equally been shit. Look at how many games we win with an actual manager. That actual manager that only has plan A and seemingly has no plan B. Look, we'll see, right? We'll see how it goes, but there's no way you can honestly tell me that Michael Carrick is the way forward. Because it's just not going to happen. He'll be given the job 6 months down the line. Well, the same roundabout will happen that happened with Ten Hag. It's happened with Amorim. It happened with Jose. It's happened every single time. It's happened every single time. When things are going well, Carrick's fine. Ask the Middlesbrough fans. When things are going shit, he has absolutely no idea what to do. You'll see. You already have seen. That Sunderland game, you were peppered by Sunderland. Even Mark Goldbridge was going mad, talking about how Carrick will be given the job, but he shouldn't be. When your own fan base is saying it, if he gets back, bro, you have the best midfielder in the league, and you're getting like beat in the midfield. It's mental. Amorim was shy. Thing is, Amorim was so bad, it does make Carrick look better. You guys should have bought Rashford. Well, Rashford wanted a loan move to Barcelona, so it didn't really matter what we wanted. I think Villa wanted to go for Rashford. It's just he chose Barca. You know, being the second biggest club in the world, I can't exactly fault him for that. It's 1-0 Boreham Wood. Oh dear. Rochdale United finished on 105 points in the National League and are currently 1-0 down in a playoff final. There was something similar when Wrexham were promoted and Notts County finished on over 100 points. 106. 106. 106 points, and it was a 90 plus 10 minute goal to stop them getting promoted or something like that. 2 points off the top. Now 1-0 down to Boreham Wood in the playoff final. Brutal. Probably like quadrupled the crowd that Boreham Wood have brought as well. We also did play Xerxes, so I don't count it. Alright, Xerxes has been at United for how long now? I swear every few months I always hear, oh, Xerxes last game for United. Oh, Xerxes out the door. And here he's still here. He'll be in. Not saying characters is great. It's better than what we've had for a while. Realistically, there's no reason to replace him unless a world-class manager wants the job. Otherwise, we're just replacing mid with mid. I think you have to have some ambition. You could always hold out. See if Ancelotti, after the Brazil World Cup, if he'd want to go back into management. I think there are options. Try and get Simeone. bring more Haram to the Premier League. Can you imagine a Simeone ball at United would be hilarious. You'd get Bruno playing defensive midfield. it'd be cinema, absolute cinema. Oh man, 20 minutes to go at Turf Moor, still 2-2. This is another ground you drew it, by the way. Hang on, I'm not even forgetting that you couldn't even beat these at this ground. It was this scoreline, so I'm not having. I should have clocked that immediately. I'm getting shit from a United fan who also drew at Turf Moor, so I'm not gonna entertain this. It's a bad pass from Barkley, but we get away with it. Also, the fact you never tried Victor Lindelof in defensive midfield is crazy. He is genuinely our best fit defensive midfielder. And you had him at centre back and left back. Christ. Maatsen for Villa, down the left, hooks a cross in. It feels like cross to Barkley and Hope right now, which I don't like. That is the fact that we've given no man on shout there is mental. Burnley come away with it. Konza does well. Well done, Ezri Konza. One-on-one defending. That's why you're playing for England, son. Moments like that. Villa again down the left. Apparently the right doesn't exist. Cross. Caught by Vice. Dear Lord. When Sesko gets injured, Carrick's you can't just say just because it's Xerxes doesn't count. Bro, you can't have a one striker thing, bro. If Watkins was out, we got Tammy. I don't even massively rate Sesko anyway. We gapped you and you were so far ahead of us. Well, we have to juggle what's called a European campaign. Something that you haven't had to do. I'd say you don't know much about, but you actually did have one until you lost to Spurs. You gave Spurs a title. Imagine being I can't actually fathom this, but imagine being the club to give the most infamous bottling, never win anything club ever. Barkley. Oh, fucking every big chance comes through Ross bloody Barkley as well, man. Yeah, imagine giving that Spurs side a trophy. I think that's one of the worst results in football history. A Spurs side literally coined Spursy. Never win anything. You go on this campaign, you come back against who did you beat? Is that French side? Was it Lyon in the semi-final? You make a crazy comeback, you get there. Or it might have been quarter-final, actually. But either way, you make it all the way there, you do well, whatever. To lose to Spurs. Spurs! Oh, man. Oh, I'm watching terrible crosses for Villa now. Unai Emery has gone down the touchline. Oh, he's talking to Buendia and Digne is coming on. 70% of the ball for Villa. Ahmad is overrated. Ahmad Diallo has scored very important goals. I think he's just young and people expect a lot from him. Victor Lindelof off for Villa. Surprised Mings has stayed on with the yellow card and playing like shite, to be honest. But, who knows? Newcastle do lead away at Nottingham Forest, so the European sides having their hangover, man. I also didn't look at the response from the Villa fans to the Burnley goal. Yeah, we are a little bit sloppy. As someone said, sure it's foul on Cash. Well, I do think it's a foul on Cash that they've got away with. Cash was literally like hacked to the ground, but apparently it's not a foul. It's too, bro. It's on screen. My friend. It's there, dude. How does the camera work? It's there, dude. You can see it. It's forever been on screen. Forever will be on screen. Villa go long again, looking for Ollie. He's gonna find him. Ollie in the box. He's on his own. Back to goal. Has to go back to Rodgers. Another cross on the left. Flicked away, and as far as McGinn, who scuffs his shot down the middle. And despite having a deflection, it doesn't really take it either side of Vice. Burnley survive. We do realise the right flank exists, right? Because we've gone down the left like the last 6 attacks. We now possibly down the right. Buendia into McGinn. We do remember. McGinn, great pass. Rodgers gets tackled. Oh, that's so annoying. The pass from McGinn's really good, but Rodgers gets tackled. It's almost like when we're not realising where they are when they tackle us. They seem to tackle us from behind or from an angle all the time. Invert the Wing says United and Spurs so lucky no UCL teams drop into Europa because neither would have been in the final. I mean, you could argue that with any European final. You could say that about Palace, say about Villa or Forest. I still think Villa would have been fine, but it was Olympiacos who dropped from the Champions League. No, he dropped from the Europa League into the Conference League that year when Villa were beaten by them. I like the fact that you can't be shit and drop into it. That's how Sevilla won 3 in a row, was just being shit in the Champions League. Cross. McGinn. Unmarked! Oh, John! Why are you going with your head? Why are you going with your head? Great ball. Unmarked. The far post. He's running onto it, but please, you don't have to go with your head, John. He could probably take that off his chest, maybe. It's a bit high for a boot, I suppose, but... My lord, man. Up the Villa, my friend. Up the Villa. Mark. Guys, we've got 33 in the YouTube live. I appreciate your support. Guys, double tap screen if you're over on TikTok as well. Please subscribe to channels, follow channels if you are new. We've had some new faces today. Yeah, okay, but I'm tired of this shit sometimes. We're doing... I don't know how to word this. We're getting into the right positions. We're actually doing the right thing in a lot of situations. We're getting into the right places. It's just the decision making is really bad sometimes. Thank you for the heart, me from Leon. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah, the decision making is woeful sometimes. Cash for Villa. McGinn ahead of him. Ever since I've said the right exists, we have now remembered. Cash has fell over. Oh my god, bro. You know what? I take it back. The right don't exist. The left is the way to go. What is going on, man? We've gone down the right and been shite down the right. I'm watching Cash stumble over the ball. Oh my god, Cash has been done again. Oh, Cash has been done again. This time he gets a block. And recovers. Okay, every time I say something, the inverse happens. Can I use this strategically? What a ball from Buendia. Rodgers will keep this alive. By the corner flag, he's probably a Villa throw. Did that not go out of play there? It did go out of play initially. Throw into Burnley. Oh wait, will it be? They're in Villa. I think Rodgers did accidentally put that out of play, but a throw into Villa's given, I think. But whatever it is, there's a huge disagreement about it. It will be a Villa throw. Digne, 12 to go. Turf Moor. Burnley 2, Aston Villa 2. I'm not going to Istanbul. I'm going to Aston. I'm going to watch it at the Witten Arms, but I'm going to be charged. I might as well, for the price of being charged, to go to the Witten Arms. I might as well bloody go to Istanbul. Probably cheaper. Resale. The reason why is because Villa have we've been given 10,000 tickets and had a look for the price, and it was like 620 something. I'm like, it's a bit of a piss take, really. Like, I personally, as much as, Besiktas, fair enough, I don't mind the club, whatever. If you don't have a ground that is realistically big enough for a final, you shouldn't host it. I'm sorry, but like, their ground capacity, what is it officially? I just think it's far too small for you. Conference League, I can see it, bro, but like, I personally don't think their ground is big enough for a final. I don't think ours is big enough for a final. That's why Villa used to do semi-finals in the FA Cup and stuff like that. Villa Park, famous Ryan Giggs goal against Arsenal was at Villa Park. I just don't think their ground, especially when we're only been given 11,000 seats. Maybe if they did the ticket allocation better, 11,000 is all Villa been given. But look, it's better than the World Cup prices. But Christ, man. I was in my head. I was like, I'll justify if it was around 200 or less, I would have gone to Istanbul. But I'm not paying 600 odd pounds. Flights to Istanbul aren't too bad. I mean, I suppose if you got it on the night as well. To be fair, I didn't even have a chance to look at the flights to Istanbul because I immediately just looked at the ticket pricing, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I've been to Turkey before. I wasn't to the capital though, and it wasn't that expensive to go. But I imagine it will be. It'll be like competitive pricing, especially if a lot of people booked it out. You got to get these things early, essentially. Like with in Bulgaria for the Champions League final, hotels were like 100. Now they're like over £1,000. So like you gotta just believe, basically. Gotta believe you're gonna make it. Either that or it's like, well, if we make it, great. If not, we're having a holiday. 9 minutes to go, still 2-2. As things stand, man, it's not looking fantastic for Villa. I mean, we go 4 points above Bournemouth. Kind of just need a miracle from. We need obviously City to go and beat Bournemouth anyway, because I want City to win the league over Arsenal. So if they do that, we get saved, right? But my life, man, if Bournemouth if they get a draw against City, I think we're in trouble, because I just don't see us picking up anything against Liverpool or Manchester City. I don't see this Villa side, a side that's only going to be looking at the final now, getting anything, even against an Arnie slot Liverpool we've already lost to as well this season. To me, this felt like the game to put all doubt away, and I think we've cocked it up after being literally gifted a 2-1 lead. Here we are. Yeah, Bergard is on. I think that has cemented what this result is going to be. Gotta get a 15-year loan. It's mental. I think I read somewhere online. No, I'm not going to confirm whether this is true or not, but there was like a resale of a ticket for the World Cup final going for like nearly $1 million or something. Like what? I know it's in America. I know prices already are inflated in America, but surely no one in their right mind is paying that. Gonna need you to win the Europa League, or it's ropes for you, I can't lie. I mean, I just don't see Bournemouth beating Man City. If City beat Bournemouth, we're in the Champions League. Like, guaranteed. It might even be just by a point, but we're in it. It'd be ropes to the fact that Freiburg have never won a trophy ever. And I'll repeat that. Freiburg have never won a trophy ever, not even domestically in Germany. And that's who we face in the final. Braga, I think, would have been a much more difficult opponent. What helped Freiburg was Braga had a red card in the 6th minute. They won 2-1 in the first leg. So Freiburg immediately are beatable, as we saw, because Braga literally beat them. Then Braga got a red card in the 5th minute, which essentially paved the way for Freiburg to go on and win that game. Yeah, Paul, Chelsea stink now, and Liverpool will be on. I mean, we're on the same points as Liverpool now, and Bournemouth are 4 behind Villa with 2 games to play, 1 being Forest, 1 being City. They'd have to beat Forest and get a draw against City. I just don't see... City will win every game, including against Villa on the final day. I'm hoping it's going to be a... I thought you gave a penalty then. I didn't have my headset in. I'm hoping it's going to be a very drunk Villa after winning the final, where I won't give a toss. Bailey on for Villa. Like I said, these games, if we win that final, these games mean absolutely nothing to Aston Villa. I couldn't give a toss. Win our first trophy in 30 years. I mean, it's kind of poetic. 96 to 2026 from one trophy to another. It's Unai Emery's trophy, literally Emery's trophy. I couldn't give a toss about league. Champions League is guaranteed with it. People would be mad if we finished like 4th or 6th with it, because then we don't give that extra slot. I mean, we technically would if a team finished 5th, they get it above us, but imagine if we finish 4th and win the Europa League. Teams would be so mad. We would literally scam a team out of Champions League just because we'd finish like a place. I mean, it technically would be Liverpool having to crumble. Beating Liverpool is like a nightmare now for the likes of especially Bournemouth. If we go and beat them, which I just don't think we do. Liverpool 0 points against United. Titled. I mean, there's a debate that Liverpool are the worst ever title defenders, other than maybe Chelsea finished 10th when they won the league in 2015? They won the league. 2016 they finished 10th the year after. There's not been many abysmal title defense examples, but Liverpool, I think, are arguably one of them. West Ham's game. Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Forest have equalised. Yep. Oh my god, man. Oh, I'm so excited. West Ham Arsenal. I'm more it's sad to say I was way more excited for that game than I was for Villa, because I knew this kind of meant nothing. I knew it was going to be rotated. Look at these defensive ratings, by the way. I know Cash and Maatsen have both gone off now, and also now Lindelof and McGinn, but Jesus, man. Leon, we don't want to pay the money for Elliot, so I don't know. I don't even know why Elliot's on the bench, to be honest, because he's never coming on. 42 of you in the YouTube live. Appreciate your support, guys. You guys have been amazing as always. Difference is Chelsea didn't spend 400 million. Chelsea spent 2 billion. James Ward-Prowse coming on. I still forget Ward-Prowse plays for Burnley. Lucas Perez with the throw-in for Burnley. 3 minutes to go until the end of this game. It's been a very... I just think it's been a fairly flat game from Villa. Villa had that dominating performance from, maybe 20 minutes in to about 70. And then just like... the sitter miss from Fleming woke us up. The equaliser from Fleming immediately, just destroyed us a little bit. I don't know. We've not really looked like the team before that. I hate how goals completely change complexions of games. We just took the absolute stuffing out of Villa. If you got Harvey Elliott moved to Villa in the summer, it's because I think Harvey Elliott almost forgot. Bro doesn't play. Douglas Luiz off the bench, forward into Buendia. Rodgers. First time we've been in their final third for about like 10 minutes. Oh, that's lovely from Buendia. I don't know what's woken him up in the last few weeks. Cross. Away by Twanzebe. Buendia. Oh, does him. What? Bro, he goes down. Oh, he's told to get back up. He might be booked for simulation here. Oh, I thought his foot was weird then. His foot's come off. His shoes come off, I should say. I'm seeing this again. He gets caught one day. He's looking for it. Buendia is diving, right? But Walker does take his shoe off. Bruh. He doesn't help himself that he does go to ground a bit too softly there, Buendia, but if he wasn't so dramatic, I think there's definitely a shout for a penalty. He's just definitely looking for that. Goal kick Burnley. Other than Wolves, Burnley, this is the closest I've seen the whole table for a long time. It is weird, isn't it? There's usually like way bigger gaps, but it is very close. It's like from Liverpool at 59 to Sunderland at 48. Bro, that's 4th to 12th, man. That is mental. I'd even go as far as Leeds. So Leeds on 43. Into Liverpool on 59. 16 points. It just separates all those positions. That's mental. Absolutely mental. Villa go long again. Watkins lays it off to Bailey. Leon Bailey keeps his feet. Rodgers. Oh, piss off, Rodgers, man. He's not getting ahead of Jude Bellingham playing like this, and then he slips over. Bro, Tuchel's not going to start you over Jude if you play like this. 6 minutes of injury time. 5 to play. Another long pass goes wayward. Anderson. Oh yeah, the did I read out the equaliser? I think I did. Against his old team as well. That's funny. I mean, Newcastle. There has to be words about Eddie Howe. I mean, Jesus Christ. We talk about how the league is so tight, but Newcastle 13th on 46 with minus goal difference and 16 losses. Woof, man. You gotta. If you want Europe, you have to win these games. Forest, who barely survived like relegation, really. Technically, are now on the beach. Got peppered by Villa. You can't even go beat them after they're tired and like mentally exhausted as well. You can't even go and beat them, and then your old player goes and scores. Like, what an absolutely dismal season for Newcastle. Their Champions League campaign consisted of being stuffed 7-2 by Barcelona. Like, I couldn't imagine a worse kind of season, to be honest. For a team that finished 5th last year. Yeah. Dismal. Villa 4 minutes to secure our Champions League, or essentially secure it. But I think we've let it slip once again. Man, we never do the double over Burnley. We never do it. Rodgers has just lost the ball to Walker, then shoved Walker. Rodgers is like sleepwalking in this game. Bailey, that's nice. Buendia. Good save, Vice, but he doesn't really get the power on it. Buendia, I'm telling you, he looks like a different man recently. I don't know what's going on with Buendia, but he's definitely livened up in the last few weeks. Rodgers never started an English team. I don't think so either. I don't think Rodgers gets ahead of Jude playing like this. It's not just this game. I think Rodgers, he's only had like a couple games recently where I think he's played well. He's had a lot of mediocre performances. Did well against Forest, but I mean it was terrible against Spurs, terrible against Fulham, pretty terrible today. Yeah, I'm not being funny. If a team wants to pay 100 million for Morgan Rodgers, I would accept it. I don't think you're getting 100. I'm going to put it this way: I don't think you're getting the value out of 100 million pounds. And I think a team like Chelsea would pay it and then realise what they've done. You're gonna get those brilliant moments and you think, oh wow, what a ball. What a baller he is, what a player. And then you'll think, what the hell have we spent the money on? And he's just kind of that kind of player. Less than 2 minutes to go at Turf Moor. Oh, what a ball forward for Burnley. Cross. Burnley have missed a big chance there. No clean connection on the cross there was actually really good. Bogard, shite again. Bailey, that's good. Into Watkins now, one into the other. Watkins' pass is dire. But Lamar Bogard once again showing how shite he is, leaving players completely free, as per. Please get him out of my club. Mings. A minute to go, man. Every idea Rodgers has is shite. I swear, man. Bailey. That's nice from Douglas Luiz. Still Douglas Luiz! Good save, Vice. That should be it. I can't imagine any more chances in this game. It's just the passing, man. The pass in this second half has been absolute dross. Mings under pressure puts the ball out of play. It's literal seconds now till full time. Burnley are very happy to take this point. I don't imagine Villa have the time now to go forward. They've actually wasted 15 seconds taking this throw in. Head forward. And that is full time. At Turf Moor, Burnley 2, Aston Villa 2, and the rotated Villa side once again does not win. Massive questions over the likes of Tyrone Mings at the back. Ian Matson was dreadful today. And I'm going to say it again, Morgan Rodgers, abysmal going forward. It's like Rodgers, it's almost like, have you ever played a game called New Star Soccer Player? Like, I think it's called something like that. I played it as a kid. And you'd get like a shady man comes and offers you like currency to throw the game. I just feel like Rodgers had something like that. There's no way someone can be so good and so bad at the same time. Every time an attack went through Rodgers, it went to shit. Every single time. Every single time. Guys, we've had 48 of you in the YouTube live. I appreciate all your support over there on the YouTube. Thank you for watching. I will be live. So just to give you guys more information, as of right now, I won't be live for the final. I'll be making, if I'm going to be live, it's going to be at a pub somewhere, and it won't be for very long. But I'm going to be doing videos and stuff over there. So I won't be live for the cup final against Freiburg, guaranteed now. No matter what I'm doing, I'm going to be in Birmingham somewhere. Yeah, so I'll be live for Liverpool and Manchester City most likely, but I won't be live for Freiburg. So only 2 games to go this season. Thank you all for your support. Love you all as always, and hopefully Fingers crossed. Spurs are in trouble today. West Ham, please. Do the world a favour, West Ham. Do the world a favour. I believe in the Hammers. Go on, you Irons. Go on, you Irons. Send them down. All right.